What's going on, everybody, and welcome back to the channel now today. Hey, we are back with some more T20 World Cup match reviews. We've got the 30th game out of the entire tournament, so we're almost halfway. We're pretty much halfway through the tournament. I am going to have a halfway updated video. In saying that, I'm probably going to record that video today. So I've actually just reminded myself to make that video. So hey, you know, this is what you get for recording, eh? Hey, if you guys are new, subscribe, leave a like, comment down below. We are pushing towards 10k subscribers before the end of the year. Let's see. I mean, you know, you have to dream big. So let's do it. All right. Into India versus South Africa. Look, I won't make this a super long review. I won't take up too much of your time, but man, this World Cup has delivered some absolute beauties of a game. I mean, this World Cup, you know, if we forget the games that have been rain affected, like, let's be honest, the only game that's really mattered, you know, due to rain was Australia-England. Like, the other games have been like Ireland, Afghanistan, and Zimbabwe, Afghanistan, and it always just seems to be Afghanistan that gets their games rained out. But yeah, except for Australia versus England, I think that was the big game that, you know, upset me, that pissed me off a lot. But this World Cup, other than those few games, this World Cup has been absolutely incredible. We have had some of the best finishes in T20 cricket. You know, stadiums are packed. We love to see it. And hey, this is, you know, this was a great game of cricket. Let's jump straight into it, guys. India, well, they do lose by 2 deliveries in the end, but this game for India, I think they will take this result because now they officially knock Pakistan out of the T20 World Cup. So if India won, India would have given Pakistan a chance, a very slim chance, but still a chance. India would have given them a chance to try and qualify for the semi-finals. But with this India loss and South Africa win, it means Pakistan are no more at the T20 World Cup this year, if my math is correct. So that could be wrong, knowing me. But hey, South Africa, they do get the job done. Player of the match, well, he just took India apart early, didn't he? The man, Lungi Ngidi, CSK legend, right? Did he play for CSK? Yeah, I think so. I'll edit that out if I'm wrong anyway. 4 for 29. I mean, he was superb early. That Perth pitch is just so hard to bat on. I mean, man, let's just jump straight into the scorecard. India into bat first. I was speaking to a few people before the game, and I was speaking about, like, I think, you know, watching the Pakistan, you know, game before it against the Netherlands, the ball was moving. And if you see that ball moving with Haris Rauf, Afridi, you know the ball's going to be doing a bit. And when you have South African bowlers like Nortje, Rabada, and Ngidi, you're in for a bit of trouble. So, I mean, look, the ball just absolutely killed India early, didn't it? Let's get into it. Mr. Statpad Rahul, I mean, he goes for 9 off 14. I am worried. I'm actually pretty worried about Rahul now. Again, I'm not dropping him. I'm not replacing him just yet. But I tell you what, he needs to score some fucking runs. He really does need to get some runs under his belt. He just looks worried to play his strokes. That's what I see from Rahul. You know, we're so used to him, you know, being able to just play his strokes from the first ball. But he seems like he's like thinking about it too much. He's in his head about, you know, I've got to stay out here for this long to support Rohit, when I feel like we're so used to Rahul just smacking the first ball from 6. So, I don't know. You know, Rishabh Pant is there. He would be the next guy in, right? Probably. It would probably be Rishabh Pant replaces Rahul to open, or maybe they try and open with, you know, Virat, but then again, Virat's batting really well. Do you want to move him at 3? So, I feel like, you know, removing Rahul just creates more problems than it does, you know, for good. So I definitely would leave him in there, but he needs to step up big time, doesn't he? I mean, if he can't make runs against the Netherlands, I'm a little bit concerned for him. Rohit Sharma, Vadapav, man, oh boy. I mean, look, he got going early as well, didn't he, Rohit? He always does this, especially at this tournament. he just looks like he's about to just explode and hit 6 sixes in a row. And then he just gets one just silly shot where he just top edges it goes straight up, and he's out. So he gets caught and bowled 15 or 14. I mean, again, he looked really good early. I keep saying this about Hitman. He looks super good early, and then he just goes 1-2 more, and then he hits it straight up and goes out. It's not how you want to play. And this entire Indian team was caught out pretty much bowled. I mean, every dismissal was essentially out and caught. Like, caught, and then run out. So every dismissal but one was out caught. Do you see that happen that often? I know that the ball was coming on fast at Optus Stadium, so the ball is likely to, go straight up if you mistime it. But man, did they just swing and a miss sometimes with a few of these dismissals? Virat Kohli, well, I mean, he goes for 12 off 11 again. He started really well, hit a beautiful cover drive for 4, and I'm just starting to get a little bit excited. I'm feeling like, oh shit, is Virat Kohli about to do this again? Well, maybe not. He goes for 12 off 11 with 2 4s, but that's okay because he gave, there was someone else who was at the crease. Surya Kumar Yadav, 68 off 40, 6 3s and 3 6s. This guy is the best white ball cricketer in the world at the moment. I mean, there definitely were a few concerns for Sky coming into the World Cup, not having played too much cricket in Australian soil especially. But he has just taken this role on of being the absolute pillar of this Indian team, and man, he's pretty special, isn't he? I mean, when he, most players, when they get a ball that's going down leg side, they just leave it. But with Sky, he just does a little fucking, 360 at the crease and then just smacks it around behind him. And I'm thinking, mate, how the hell did you do that? I don't really understand how the hell you've just moved around like that when the ball's going at 150 clicks an hour. And then you've just easily flicked it behind you for 6. There was one certain shot which just made no sense to me. I don't know how the fuck he hit it for 6, but he did. And that's just what we've come to expect with this guy. He was, simply incredible. There was a little bit more out there for him. I thought he could have gone on and maybe, scored like a 75-80, but hey, still a great knock. He was the only reason that India were any sort of competitive in this game as well. So he absolutely carried the batting lineup this game. Deepak Hooda, I mean, he comes into the side. I thought, wait, who the fuck did he replace? Hold on a minute. Who did he replace? Shami, Bhuvi. Oh, Harshal Patel. Wait, was Harshal even in the squad? Bro, I can't remember sometimes. But Deepak Hooda was brought into the team. Look, again, I think if you're going to play Deepak, you put him up the top of the order. There's no room for him at the top. There's just no point of playing him at the moment at this World Cup, to be honest. I think, look, I know they're trying to look for that second spinner, who can also bat. But, man, I mean, you'd rather just wait for someone like Jadeja to be playing. Or you just maybe a Shabazz Ahmed should have been here, or I don't know. But look, Deepak Hooda at 5, I'm not a fan of it. He played an absolute shitty shot to get himself out, and I don't think he should be playing at the World Cup, period. Look, I think he, former Punjab Kings legend, right? But I just don't think, I don't know, if he's not bowling, which he's not, I don't think he's delivering that much more with the bat. I'd rather see Rishabh bat, So that's where I stand on that. Hardik Pandya, he went for 2. DK Popper, well, he went for 6 off 15. I mean, he didn't really get going. No one really got going for India except for Sky. Ashwin gone for 7. Bhuvi not out for 4. Shami run out on a duck. And Arshdeep Singh not out, 2 off 1. So also had a strike rate of 200, which is pretty class right there. So inspirational stuff at the end from King Arshdeep. All right. Into the South African bowling attack. This is where the work was done. Wayne Parnell probably had his best game of his life right here. 3 for 15 or 4. Rabada, actually didn't take a wicket. None for 26 off 4. Ngidi, the man of the match, 4 for 29 off 4. Anrik Nokia, is that really his last name? Sure, let's just call him that. He's called after a phone, that's crazy. 1 for 23 off 4. Keshav Maharaj, whatever, and Aiden Markram. Cool. So, South Africa, they keep India to just the 133 in the end. Look, a pretty easy total to chase down, but it did not come without absolute drama, problems throughout the game for the South Africans. India were on top at a point in this game. India were absolutely right on top, but just some classy batting towards the end did get it done. But, all right, let's go through it. Quinny de Kock, he goes out for 1 off 3. They started well, and you know who started well? Arshdeep Singh. I was going to say MF Singh, but some people always ask me, what does MF mean? It means motherfucker, like in a good way. So Arshdeep MF Singh. Arshdeep motherfucking Singh. He took 2 wickets. He took the first 2 poles. He put South Africa under immediate pressure. He got the man Quinton de Kock, who is their best player. Well, maybe him or Miller, but, he's one of them. And then he took the massive wicket of the informed guy, Riley Rossouw. So he started incredibly well, and this is just what he is going to do all World Cup. Temba Bavuma, it's time to go back to the sheds, mate. It's time to have a sit down. It's time to go back home with your family and just sit down and maybe watch the games from home. When there's a guy like DeWild Brevis, who isn't even in the squad. I know Dustin is actually injured. I thought he was good, but he's not. I think there's definitely other guys that can play this position. Mate, I'd rather see Keegan Peterson play than Temba at this point. But, hey, is what it is. People do what they want to. Rossouw goes for a golden duck. A beautiful ball from Arshdeep. Aiden Markram, well, finally he delivers for this team. 52 of 41. David Killer Miller, yeah, he was the man who pretty much finished it off at the end. 59 not out, 46, 4 4s and 3 6s. Hey, he knows these conditions well. He plays the Big Bash League. He's played on all of these venues. He knows what to expect at Optus Stadium, and it's just great knowledge. This is why when players have played in Australia, well, it doesn't matter where the World Cup is. Let's say it was in England, right? As long as they have got experience playing there, they're going to be so much better for it. This is why the BCCI needs to allow Indian cricketers to just play cricket wherever they want, just allow people like Deepak Hooda or, Ravi Bishnoi, people that aren't, superstar selection for international, but, are almost there. And I think it would help take a lot of Indian cricketers to the next level. I don't understand why. I know for the money stuff, but no tournament is ever going to be as big as the IPL. So I don't know what they're worried about. But hey, it's them who's, it's Team India that is, not getting the full benefits that they should. They should, like every other country in the world, can go tour the world and play and get experience everywhere. But all of a sudden, when it comes to Team India, it's like, no, you have to stay with us. I don't know. I think it would help a lot if they could send guys over, for the future, like some young superstars. Send them over, Raj Barwar, those sort of guys. Bring them over here to play some cricket, man. It would be valuable experience. Anyways, rant over. Bhuvaneshwar Kumar, none for 21 off 3, bowled really well. Arshdeep Singh, didn't he bowl beautifully? 2 for 25 off 4. Mohammad Shami, who was probably the pick of the bowlers, to be honest. 1 for 13 off 4. Should have bowled the last over, in my opinion. I thought Arshdeep should have bowled the 19th, Shami the 20th. They went with Bhuvi for the bowl the 20th, which, I don't know. I feel like Bhuvi can get hit for some runs, so I would have not gone with that. Hardik Pandya, 1 for 29 off 4. And the man Ravi Ashwin, who he did pretend to give a little man-cat in one of his last overs as well. He went for 1 for 43 off 4, so he did get spanked around a little bit. But, hey, that is how the match is going to finish. We're going to have a look at the table here so you guys can see. Pakistan. Well, there they are. They've only got 1 win, 2 losses. They are out of the T20 World Cup. Again, if my math is correct, but how many games is there left? Hold on, let's have a look at this. So, Afghanistan, Sri Lanka, what group are they in? That does not matter. Alright, I'm trying to have a look at Group B, the other group. Alright, South Africa, Netherlands, okay. Oh, Pakistan, Bangladesh, Zimbabwe, India. So, India have to beat Zimbabwe. Obviously, they probably should. South Africa, they'll beat the Netherlands. And then it comes down to Pakistan, Bangladesh. So, let's say if India... Okay, hypothetically, let's say that India and South Africa both lost. They won't, but let's say they did. So then Pakistan, if they beat Bangladesh, they would go to 2. They would go to here. And depending on their net run rate, they could slide in front of India. Now, South Africa's net run rate is too good, but they could almost sneak in front of... So India have to beat Zimbabwe to make it. That's essentially it. India beat Zimbabwe. They're in the semi-finals. If they lose, and Pakistan beat Bangladesh by a good amount, there's going to be a little bit of concern there. So, hey, let me know what you guys are thinking. Are you worried at all that Team India might lose to Zimbabwe? Are you worried that, well, Pakistan still have to beat Bangladesh as well. So, anything can happen. Hey, that is going to cap off the match review. We're just going to leave it on this page. A great game of cricket. We've got some more incredible cricket coming up. If this World Cup is just the start, we're going to have some incredible, finals, semi-finals and a final. So, hey, if you guys are new, subscribe for all your World Cup cricket news. Hey, I hope we all enjoyed. Subscribe, and I'll see everyone in the next one.